to lose. I'm built to win. Applied myself. I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss.
Pacers were going to make the playoffs. It didn't end so well for you, brother.
If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we live in different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool.
You fell asleep at the trade deadline when we had a trade to get Kyle Lowry out of here.
Found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like told me keep on running toes. They gonna take
this is what we got to tell.
I've been doing this.
I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I pay for the cost. I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself. I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I'm paying the cost. I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is Joe Jordan. We have a great show for y'all today. A lot of drama. I'm calling this the drama show because a lot happened in the last 24 hours, bro. 48 hours, you want to say. Stephen A. Smith inked in, signed a $100 million deal in the media, making a lot more money than a lot of athletes. We have to react to that. Speaking of Stephen A. Smith, last night LeBron James pulled up on him like, hey, yo, keep my son's name out your mouth. So we got to address that. Steph Curry, Shaq came out and said, you know, on behalf of all the big men, we got to start throwing him in the GOAT conversation. Is he really in the GOAT conversation? I love to hear what my brothers have to say about that. And then Kendrick Perkins, about to address somebody like the letters on the house. Kendrick Perkins versus Charles Barkley. We had to talk about that. And last but not least, you're not so average, top 5 MVP candidates in the NBA right now. But look, I got two of my brothers with me. I got Davey Dollars here, Mr. Doghouse himself, sitting right there with the nice blue shirt, or Cowboys blue, I should say. Shout out to my boy Tomo. And speaking of Tomo, Mr. In the Red Corner, Mr. You Done Son, co-host of In the Red Corner. How y'all doing, fellas, on this Friday evening?
First of all, don't disrespect me by saying I got on Cowboys blue.
Right,
Let's start there. Let's start there. This ain't the first time I had this shirt on. It might be popping now because the locks ain't here anymore. But
True. That's right.
There you go. That's why they put that speaker away. That was a gift. That was a gift I got you. So put that.
The boombox. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
But I'm doing great today. I can't wait to start today's show. Y'all know me. When it comes to sports drama, I'm in there. Go ahead and submit my name to talk about it because it's been a lot going on lately. And y'all, I know we're not talking about no football today, but we just got a trade that happened right before the show happened. Geno Smith is now with the Raiders. He right back with Pete Carroll. So Shador, you're not going to Vegas.
Cha-ching.
Sam Howell? My man, go ahead.
I don't even know why we got there. I don't even know how we got there.
He the backup, right?
I knew it. He was the backup. You're right. He is the backup.
Well, he might get his shot now. You know what I mean? That is one of y'all biggest arch rivals when it comes to the playoffs, but I'm not going to talk about old times when it comes to that old team. Y'all got a new team. Y'all doing big things. But I'm with you on that one, Dave. When it comes to some sports drama, man, I'm here to talk about it. So let's see what we going to say, and let's see what the commenters disagree with us about with today. Let's see what they got to say, too.
Yeah, let's see. But hey, it's Friday, so y'all know what we're going to do.
Of course.
Let's turn up.
Turn me up.
Jody, do your thing.
I know some of y'all probably like, Joe, why the Kings jersey? What's going on? My man, De'Aaron Fox, he's coming to Sacramento tonight to play us at 10 p.m. Eastern time. That's 7 p.m. Pacific time. Fox, you my dog. Appreciate you. A little wild in the media, though, right, lately, but I appreciate you, though, okay? But let's get to the show. We got streaming this on 3 different platforms, Facebook, YouTube, and X. So make sure y'all like this video on all 3 platforms. Make sure you follow and subscribe on all of our social media platforms. You can follow us everywhere at Refuse to Lose Sports, as you can see under us, at Refuse to Lose Sports. Or, not or, X is like an outcast, too many characters. R2L Sports. So make sure y'all do that. And listen, send this to somebody so they can watch this video show live with you, because you could be involved in the show by being in the comment section. We can see all the comments y'all will be putting out throughout the show. But last but not least, y'all, kick back, sit back, and enjoy the rest of the show. Tomo, floor is yours.
So right now, I'm trying to make sure I bring it up because this right here deserves a lot of money sounds. But this man woke up and was like, then he said,
bring me my money.
because after doing almost like, if you cut on ESPN, I don't think there's not a moment where you don't see at least a segment with Stephen A, or just something where Stephen A is yelling or dropping some type of big words on you. I don't know what's going on. And yesterday, Joe, he tried to appeal to the masses. He went and got Casanat. I know we're gonna talk about that at some point. It was a big topic in the chat, but they branching out. And with the branching out, ESPN said we're gonna branch out and give you a little bit of this money from this money tree. Because what did Kendrick say? Money trees is a perfect place for shades. And that's just how I feel. And I wish I could feel like Stephen A with $100 million deal. $20 million a year. He making more than some running backs. I know the Giants GM don't like to hear that, but it was reported yesterday that Stephen A inked a deal with ESPN that's worth $100 million. Like I said, it's $20 million per year. And from a guy that's coming from a former news beat reporter to now making this type of money, fellas, we in this ballpark. We talked about it when I think he was in negotiations. So now to see that he got this, what was your first reaction when you heard about this? I'm gonna start with you, Dave.
I see where we gonna be soon. That's what I saw. I saw where we gonna be soon. This is Stephen A. Smith has done something that a lot of us podcasters or people that have shows and networks that don't necessarily have these kind of journalist backgrounds. Is he did something for us, and in the sense that you see how far it can go for you if you continue to work on your craft, you continue to do what you do, and you have an opportunity to get a $100 million contract from a huge company. And Stephen A. Smith he's been a part of a lot of things. We all know he started off with First Take. That's where a lot of people, mostly that's what he's mostly known for. He started off with First Take with Skip Bayless. And then, he's been on Get Up, and he's been covering the NBA finals. He's, talks about the NFL a lot. He's had some, he's had some controversial takes. And, it's actually one of the reasons why he's in the doghouse, because he has some controversial takes. But he's also, given a lot of people opportunities to be able to do what it is that he does, and what we do now is to have a show and to have a debate show. They have had, famous debates as far as like Jordan and LeBron. We've had those debates. We've had top 5 debates as far as NFL quarterbacks. We've had top 5 debates in the NBA. And, Stephen A. Smith he's done an amazing job at what he's done for as long as he's done it. And for him to be pretty much the face of ESPN, when you go back and look at what ESPN was before Stephen A. got there, who was really the face? Was there really a singular person that you could say was the face of ESPN, the person that was pretty much leading it? You might say Skip Bayless, but I don't know if that was really true, if it was Skip Bayless or not. You have some that were pretty much, I don't get threw me off a little bit. But Stephen A. Smith has he's led the charge for allowing a lot of people to be able to get into the market of being able to talk about sports and talk about sports freely, and to do it professionally. So he's, like you said, Tomo, he says a lot of big words. A lot of people didn't say soliloquy before he started saying it on ESPN First Take, and now people say it all the time. So Stephen A. Smith has done something good, and he deserves this money. I mean, because he's done something to where the ratings of First Take has continued to be up there where it needs to be. Now, you had people like Casanat on there, and to me, that didn't make sense to have Casanat on there, because what audience are you catering to when it comes to him? I get it's the younger ones, but at the time, it's like these kids should be at school. So I'm not understanding it. But hey, I know he's an up and coming YouTuber, social media influencer. So you can see where they're trying to venture out to other things and not stay exactly where they. So they're always in that to change. So that's one thing I can say. But congratulations, Stephen A. Smith. He did something for, like I said, sports guys and for black sports guys as well, black sports commentators. So it definitely helps us out for sure. Because like I said, he's the face of ESPN, so he deserves that money.
Yeah.
You on mute, Joe?
I feel like I'm watching one of them old Chinese movies.
Congrats to Stephen A. Smith.
There we go.
Congrats to Stephen A. Smith. Big deal. Here's the thing. Saquon Barkley just ran for 2,000 yards, and he's a Super Bowl champion. And Stephen A. got more guaranteed money than Saquon Barkley got in his new contract he just signed. He just signed a 2-year, $41 million contract, but $36 million guaranteed. Stephen A. got a 5-year, $100 million, $20 million a year. Saquon is $36 million. What's that? 18 a year? He's making more than Saquon guarantee. That's crazy. So he's making more money than every running back in the NFL. That's insane. Now Stephen A. is one of the most controversial people in the media. A lot of people don't like Stephen A. A lot of people don't like his takes. A lot of people call him stuff like a coon. A lot of people call him a traitor. Max blacker than you, stuff like that, right? So, and I get it. That's everybody's personal opinion. But one thing you can't knock is the hustle. You can't knock his hustle. The man is competitive. He's hardworking. And that's one of the reasons why I appreciate Stephen A. Just the work ethic. Because, they always mention that he's number one. I do think he liked the attention. I'm not that type of guy that crave attention, stuff like that. But Stephen A. is like that. And to be honest with you, when people are like that, it kind of bothers me. Right? It kind of bothers me, but like I said, the work ethic he has is awesome. He's a smart individual. He worked on his craft. Now I think right now he's like just like on cruise control. He's done this so much, he can get on air and probably could wing some things. But early Stephen A., he was on point every single time, right? When Skip was on there, he was on point. And he never run from a fight. Like this morning, he came on. He said he had no plans to talk about LeBron, but he saw that was trending, so he said, I gotta address it. So I, stuff like that, I appreciate that. And he make moves that's good for the network. ESPN, right? The four-letter network. Like I was talking to J-Mo about this. Let's last thing I'm saying, I'm passing Tomo. Last thing I'm say about this. Max Kellerman. Remember that? Max Kellerman. I think all three of us can agree that he treated him kind of bad, right? Like he treated Max bad. Like Max made sense a lot of times, but Stephen A. would talk over him, scream at him, yell at him, and then he got guys like Jay Will doing the same thing. Like they just disrespect him. And then he said he felt like he got to move. And now I'm looking back at it, I'm like, maybe that probably was the best move for real. It's messed up for Max Kellerman, but it was the best move for ESPN because look at it now. Like now you got all these different casts coming through on a daily basis. You got Mad Dog on Wednesdays. You got Shannon Sharp on Monday and Tuesday. You got on football, you got Jeff Saturday and them on Friday. You know what I mean? So like they got a rotation of guys and girls coming in and getting exposure. You got Ellen on there. I love when Ellen on, I'll be tuned in. So you got Ellen coming on, like so, and all these people are getting more exposure because that is a number one sports network, right? Number one sports show too. So that right there, I like sometimes what that showed me right there is sometimes you're gonna have to make tough decisions, and in business that's just the case sometimes. So I watch all these shows and I just take notes. I like just like when you watch it, about this day when you look at the leader. You write down all the things you like about them, what you gotta learn, and right. You look from everybody. You learn what to do and what not to do.
There you go.
There you go. Right. That's what it is. And as a father, we all fathers, right? We know how that is. So once again, congratulations to him. And like Dave said, it's very motivating because we next. Might be one less zero, but we next. I'll take one less, maybe two less. I'm cool with that.
You talking about 100 mil?
Same here.
Oh, I was about to say not on the 20. We talking about
I
100 million.
know.
Yeah, 'cause you said one less zero, that's $2. They're like, man, we can give you a super chat. You want $2? Gotta make sure you got. But they say, man, when you make your prayers, you gotta make sure they direct. Because you never know. You don't tell them what you're actually looking for. He's gonna give you something else. You're like, hey man, I ain't want a Big Mac. He's like, but that's what you said. So yeah, Joe talking about that 100 mil. That's what we talking about. 10, 1. We blessed with whatever y'all want to give us. If you want to drop a $5 super chat, we ain't mad at that neither. But I'm just saying, it's right there. Make sure you hit the button. If you want to drop $9.99 a month, become a superstar member. It's right there. Hit the button. That's all we saying. But like, I can piggyback off of what my bro just said, bro. It's definitely motivating, of course, with any person on TV, especially when it comes to politics, sports, anything like that. When you're watching the news, you're not going to agree with everything that person has to say. However, if you're getting money off of it, this is a perfect way to kind of do it, right? You like, look, man, I'm gonna give my spiel, I'm gonna give my take. And it's kind of funny that he did sign the contract, and the way the media has shifted on him a little bit this week, where everyone's kind of been calling out the media and players have been saying, like, hey, stop critiquing us on things that we can't control. Like, if I want to go play with the Suns and I thought OKC was a bad place, don't kill me as a person for doing it. You can not like the move, but don't kill me as a person. This is one of the things that people have to say about Stephen A. But again, it helps push the actual needle forward, and it helps open the door for other people, because without him doing this, him bringing up that cast of others like a Max Kellerman, because Max is great at boxing. So when he first came on First Take, everybody's like, what is he going to do there? But it opened the door for Max. After whatever happened with him and Max, and we all agree, like Joe said, the falling out between them two, it opened up the rotational door now. Like you said, you get L, you get Monica McNutt, you get Kimberly, you get Jeff Saturday. The list keeps going on. I feel like I'm about to turn into DMX, but the names just keep going. Ryan Clark, the opportunities are endless now. So that also goes into the deal. But another thing that is kind of funny is, I looked it up while you all were talking. Pat McAfee is making 17 a year. Stephen A said, you better give me a little bit more, or we're going to have to do something. Because like I said, I got the rotational door. So without me actually opening up this platform, you wouldn't have the Pat McAfee. And now that I bring up Pat McAfee, I think that's why you brought Castaneda on there. Because you're talking about somebody that went from YouTube to ESPN. You try and bring the youth over. You can open up some other doors there, some parallels. But didn't make sense in the moment. But right now, it kind of clicked. I see what he's doing. So again, congratulations to him. Keep making sure you keep opening the doors for others. And they also, I seen that, on his show, now he's starting to talk more about politics on his actual personal podcast. Mm-hmm. So in the contract, they opening it up now. You never know. He may start being on CNN a little bit more. So the doors is open now.
He did say if he has a realistic chance of winning president, he would run. He said that.
Oh my goodness.
He said that. And he actually be on, they be having him on CNN though. And he be on there talking and stuff.
Nah, we don't need all that. We need to get back to the actual.
I'm not the politic guy. So
yeah, that's a whole nother ball game. It's a whole nother ball game. We gotta talk about the only letters we talking about is AP, SB, MVP. Let's get there. So congratulations from us to you, Stephen A. And A. Stephen A. You bringing Castaneda on there? I mean, click the link. We can come on there too now.
We could. Unless you scared.
Like, no. I was like, I don't know, Joe. You kind of with him on the MJ side of things. I want to see how that debate go. I'll go in there and talk about Dak though.
I can give him some pointers about the MJ debate because he be come on, bro. He be low for some time. But yeah, bring up Dak though. Oh, you a Cowboy fan? My God.
Man, that'd be crazy, man. To see us on there. Oh my goodness. Building up the platform, man. But hey, we doing big things here now. Stephen A., if you want to come here, just let us know.
Hey,
we'll drop the link.
It's funny. Like if we grow our following, when we grow our following, he would. I think he would do that though.
I think so too. He had another dude on there too that started from a YouTube page. I forget his name.
I'm talking about he would come on our platform. He don't mind supporting.
That's the good thing too.
Yeah, he be coming to people's platforms all the time. His thing is, especially athletes, he always say, if I'm going to talk about y'all, at least I can do is like hop on your platform. That's gonna help y'all grow.
Hey, we say the same thing here. We talk about y'all. Y'all want to come on here and talk about it with us? I'm with you on that one too.
Thanks. We trying to help y'all.
Yeah, like if a boxer took a knee, in a fight and you felt like you won, you can come on here and talk about it, bro. Like, I'm just saying. Just saying.
Facts.
Oh, if you feel like Jalen Hurts ain't elite, you can come on here and say it. I'm just saying.
It's like out the country, but go ahead.
Come on, Slay.
I'm playing AJ.
Come on, Slay.
Hey, Darius Slay, that's another one. Michael Parsons. Anybody that want to do a podcast, if you want to come on here and talk about it, hey, we are here and we will give you the platform. Trust me.
You will.
Now, what I don't want is if we do say something, you want to pull up like I'm at a Wizards game, and I got a feeling Wale might have to say some words to me. But if I'm at a Wizards game and now you just want to step to me like LeBron James, I don't know. I ain't got as much money as Stephen A, so it might go a different way. I'm just saying. But some people say give him a reason. And we have Reason A. Smith. I mean, LeBron approaching Stephen A. I think it was about right around the end of the fourth quarter, heading into overtime. I heard he was in the huddle, and LeBron said right before the game started, I have to say some things. And he approached Stephen A. on the sideline. I mean, we got the video up. There were some words that we can't play on FCC Airways, but if you're on Twitter or TikTok, yeah. They called a timeout. That's all I'm saying.
It's cut the sound off.
But all I was gonna say is if you on Twitter if you're on Twitter, X, TikTok, any of those, you probably already seen what the lip readers have already said. But words come back that he was basically approaching him about something that Stephen A. had to say about his son. Now that video, we can actually play with the sound on.
I got you.
So now I just had to let everybody see. Oh,
what these numbers mean?
you
know what it's going to do to your son, to people who are missing out on opportunities, that are busting their tail on other NBA teams in the G League in Europe and everywhere else, what kind of opportunity they're starving for. You're exposing your son like this? I'm simply saying, to have that moment on game one of the NBA season is one thing. To propel it to a point where he's on the bench, he's in uniform, he's taking up a roster spot, and now you're giving him time in the first quarter, and you see the absence of
production. That's what he said, the absence of production. Now, these words are just a little bit. We gave you a little bit of it because you already know. If you want to go watch the 10-minute version, you can go to First Takes YouTube and find it there. But this is a little bit of what had LeBron James step to Stephen A. And like I said, like Joe said earlier, we're all fathers here. So I'm going to take it. I'm going to let you start it off, Joe. What was your reaction when you seen this? You got to stop doing that, man.
you having too many old man moments, Joe.
I'm just saying.
I'm messing up the flow. Hey, Tom, before I give my reaction, you got about a few people you got to worry about. Wale,
Bradley Beal,
Brown, and Bradley Beal.
You right.
And then Dave, you got to worry about that quarterback from the Saints. I forgot his name already. Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill. He ain't no quarterback. He a tight end. That's what he is.
I'm gonna stop because I was gonna say I can give my it's not like I got a group chasing me.
They double down though. I'm sorry.
He is a tight end though.
He is a tight end.
Okay.
And Wale is a curse to DC teams. I'm just saying, bro. You seen it.
Just speaking facts. That's it. That's all.
All right.
Get yourself together, man.
All right, man. So look, I have two perspectives. I heard what Stephen A. Smith said, and ain't gonna lie. I don't say this a lot, but I agree with 100% what Stephen A. said this morning. As a father, I get LeBron. Feel me? I mean, I can only imagine if I'm criticizing somebody's son, if I'm older than the father of the son that I'm criticizing. So paint that picture. Stephen A. is going on, he's in his 50s. LeBron just turned 40 something. So Stephen A. is 10 plus years older than LeBron, and he's criticizing his son. So LeBron walks up to him and approach him like with a bothered face. And I can tell, when Stephen A. talked this morning, I know he was like, dang, like, I feel him as a father. You know what I mean? Like, I feel him. But I ain't gonna lie, man. In sports media, I mean, it's what it comes with. I'm sorry. I mean, at the end of the day, I said this before. The reason why athletes get paid the money they get paid today versus when the older guys played is mainly because of the media. The attention the media brings to the sport. You got to realize that. The media, like all these talk shows, all these show, like all the stuff that just talk about sports all day, it brings attention to the sport, meaning more money is coming to the sport. So when you sign that deal, kind of like us, Tomo and Dave, I had to come to a realization. Really? Because we got IG chats and all that stuff, right? I had an epiphany one night, and I said, dang, we just like the athletes. We get on and we talk, and people are going to criticize and talk about you no matter what you say. You could say something and you meant no harm, but they will label you like you actually hate somebody, or they'll label like you actually dislike somebody. And then I remember one day I caught myself trying to explain myself, and I had to snap. I'm like, why am I explaining myself? That's like me being a basketball player, and I'm trying to sit and talk to a heckler in the crowd, like trying to explain myself to a heckler. Why? He's gonna be a heckler regardless. Like that's how it is. So it comes with it. So when I say, you know what, I don't want to do refuse to lose, I gotta realize there's gonna be some people hating. Dave, I think you were there. Early on, I was doing refuse to lose. So Dave was the first person that ever was a guest on refuse to lose, by the way, y'all. So I interviewed Dave. I was in my man Darryl house. And then I think that same night or night after, I made a video about Dame Lillard. Right? I went crazy. I was like, dang this. I was going crazy. My man was just sitting there the whole time, right? Soon I was done, he was like, you gonna put that out? Like, you gonna put that out? I'm like, yeah, what's wrong with that? He was like, what if Dame roll up on you and like, what's up? I'm like, I mean, I guess that's part of it. Like, I was like, that's part of it. I just gotta deal with it. I mean, that's what it is, you know? So that's why when LeBron approached Stephen A, yes, but if I'm Bronny, I'm like, Dad, chill. Like, I'm good. If I'm Bronny, I'm like, Dad, I got this. You embarrassed? Imagine like people mess with you at school, and your dad walk up and you're like, Dad, you embarrassing me. Chill, bro. I got this. So, like once again, I understand how LeBron feel as a father, but I do think that like, yo, like you know the deal. Like this is why. And then he the same way I came out and said Bron is better than a lot of these dudes. Like you said all this stuff, and you kind of put a little target on his back. Not as much as LeVar did. Remember LeVar was crazy, but you put a little target. So imagine LeVar is like, yo, leave my son alone. You're like, bro, you said we better than Steph Curry. You know? So that's my only thing about it is, bro, this is part of the media. This is what comes with being an athlete.
And Joe, you said something perfect there because I was going to bring up the LeVar Ball situation. Because what happened as soon as he got in the league? John Wall, Steph Curry, everybody that he called out, they tried to play their best game.
Pat Bev.
Man, they all was like, well, your daddy said you was going to be this, so we going to make sure you that. And he was like, hey, bro, I just want to hoop. But he ain't back down from it. I'm going to give him that. He ain't back down from it. He got so bad. John Wall tried to go for 50 when he played him. I was like, hey, bro, we not that team, but I see what you're trying to do here. I get it. Steph was like, I'm going to drop buckets on you. The one person that always had his number was your guy, was Fox, which was funny, though, I guess, coming from college. But again, he coming back, so that's why Joe got the jersey on. For me, though, LeBron, you already know what it was going to be. It's just the fact that you playing. Like, remember when MJ's son was trying to come to the league and everybody was like, man, is he going to be like his daddy? Is he going to be like this? Is he going to be that? Granted, MJ didn't say half the things that you said. I mean, you did put the tweet out there that Bronny was better than half of the players in the league. That right there, you're a big figure. So you already put the target on his back. The way that he got drafted by the team, granted, this is what you work for. You want to make sure that you open up the doors for your kids because it's like, hey, if I'm doing, let's say, well, I'm not even going to say let's say, when R2L gets big, if my kids want to come work for R2L, you got a job. Like, that's just what it's going to be. Now, if you get here and you bad, I'm going to have to fire you. That's the difference, though. Like, I'm not just going to let you be here because you're my youngin'. I'm going to try to I might give you a little bit of extra effort, but other than that, nah. So the nepotism as far as that part is cool. But again, you're in a competition league. So just like being on air, let's say one of our kids come on here and they start slumming it and the comments start going crazy. I ain't gonna pick the mic up for them and be like, hey, bro, y'all gotta stop leaving him alone. I'm like, nah, this is the pressure. You have to learn from this. LeBron, you did. You came straight out of high school. You ain't had nobody to show you how to go left or right. You had to learn from your mistakes. But you are his father, you're there, but you can't help him in every single situation. So you step into Stephen A, going off of the comments that he said here, if just going off of the video that we just showed, to me, he said nothing wrong. It was just that it was a public situation, but y'all don't have the best relationship for him to pick up the phone and call you and tell you like, hey, bro, you did this. Like, granted, opening night, he can be there. But other than that, Bronny needs to be in the G League. He was not ready to be in the NBA. Everyone knew it. The scouts knew it. JJ Redick probably told you this, but you didn't want to hear it. And then the production in the real game, in the NBA, doesn't match what he's doing in the G League because clearly the competition is a different level. He's averaging, he can get 30 in the G League. We've seen him do it. But when he come out here and he playing against the big boys, it's a different game. That's all I'm saying. I appreciate him standing up for his son. You got to do it. But again, there's a time and place for everything. And you already knew what that was. So a lot of people who don't like LeBron looked at him like, there you go, making it all about him again. Stepping to Stephen A, like, what are you going to do now? Because we know you're not going to hit him. We know you're not going to go that far. So as a parent, I see where you're going. But again, you showing a different precedent of how you could have went about that. Because it's Stephen A. All you're going to do is he did exactly what you did. You gave him another moment. He went right on air and talked about it for about 15 minutes. You gave him another moment. So, LeBron, you put the target on Bronny back, but I'm not mad at you for how you did it. I'm mad at you for how you did it. I'm not mad at you for why you did it. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, y'all pretty much said what I was pretty much thinking the entire time. LeBron, you sent out the tweet that said that Bronny was better than half the players in the league. I'm sorry. I watched him in high school. He wasn't better than half the players in the league during that time. He's not better than half the players in the league right now. And he's in the league. He's in the G League. You know, there are some players in the G League that are balling right now that don't belong in the NBA. For example, Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas came back in the first game. He put up 40 in the G League, but he can't last a game. I don't even know if he could put up 20 in the NBA game right now. Maybe even 15. I don't know. He has not been consistent when he got back to the NBA. He's been trying to get back in the NBA for a while. And this guy was asking an all-star. He actually balled out. We saw what he did with Boston. And your son, who barely played in college, due to, we know exactly what happened, but we know why he wasn't able to play. But even with that being said, what you should have done was just allow him to go to the G League. If you was going to bring him to the NBA, you could have just allowed him to go to the G League because there are plenty of players that go undrafted that go straight to the G League. You could have did that. I'm almost certain that there are other players in that draft that could be playing right now. Josh Christopher, who plays for Miami, he balled out in the summer league, balled out in the G League, and now he's getting his opportunity in the NBA. And you can see that he can actually contribute to an NBA team. So that's the issue here. Now, Stephen A, did he attack LeBron personally? No. What's the point of you going up to his face? He didn't attack Bronny personally. He didn't say he was a bad person, that he didn't deserve an opportunity to be in the G League or anything like that. He just said that he's taking a roster spot from someone else that's probably did better than what he did. That can probably handle the competition a lot better than him. Bronny has not, since he got his situation with his heart when he collapsed on the court, we have not seen him really play anything since then. We got to think about that. You allow him to come back after not really doing much in college basketball. Some people like to, I don't know if y'all remember this, but remember when Kyrie Irving was drafted? He didn't play that many games in college basketball, but you saw what he was capable of. You could see it. It was clear as the day he was the number 1 overall pick. Bronny, you didn't see anything that said that he belonged in the NBA during that time. You didn't see not one look of anything. He didn't have a shot that you could say that, you know what, that right there. He's like, you can't say he's a great 3-point shooter. You can't say he's a great driver to the basketball. You couldn't say that he was a great defender because he was none of those things in college. Now he had some traits to where it could possibly develop into that, but keyword develop. He wasn't ready to be in the NBA during that time. And that's all Stephen A is saying, is that you have other guys that are more ready to be on the roster than him. And the moment for the first game is great because it's the first time we've ever seen in the NBA that we have a father and a son playing on the same basketball team. So yes, it's awesome for the moment to happen in the first game in the NBA, but to have him on the roster, and not even on the roster, Bronny wasn't even playing in away games in the G League at first when it first started. He was only playing at home games. So he was the only person I know who was on the NBA roster who got drafted in the second round, who only played in home games in the G League and got to travel with the team away. Like, come on, that's special attention for someone who doesn't deserve it because of their play. Now, you're LeBron James, so I get why Bronny gets all this stuff because you're LeBron James. We know you've been in the GOAT conversation. You're the face of the NBA. We see that. But Bron, you also know that this comes with the territory, like Joe said. He's going to get criticized. He plays in the league. It's going to happen. Bron, you do it yourself. You criticize other players. You did it when you put out that tweet about your son. Mm-hmm. So I guess it ain't fun when the rabbit got the gun. Sorry.
Hey, all right. I know we gotta go to the next topic. For first, Tomo, you said like your kids want to do all too well on stuff, right? J-Mo already told me. He said, "Hey Joe, when Isaiah, his twins, Isaiah and Caleb, when they announce what college they going to, they gonna go and announce all too well." He already told me ahead of time. All right, he already told me ahead of time. But I want to address this comment real quick. Shout out to my man David Burns, always on, a committed fan on the other show. We appreciate you a lot. Definitely do. If you got YouTube, if you could, my brother, watch this on YouTube if you could. But if you don't have YouTube, keep doing it on Facebook. We appreciate you. All right? But look, my man from Cedar Hill, LeBron is just being protective of his son. Some people say he shouldn't play sports then. What 55th pick gets a 20-minute segment of criticism? They do it for clicks. He doesn't want his son used for ratings like they did him. At least he was the number one pick. Dudes built whole careers of hating on LeBron. Now they're trying to extend the gravy train by covering his son. I think Skip is the only one that made their career over LeBron. But I got to address that. When Bron, who got the most coverage in the NBA draft?
Bronny.
I mean, second round, 55th pick in the draft, and they talked about Bronny more than anybody. Not negatively, positively. Talked about Bronny the whole time. He got the most coverage in the NBA draft. Opening night, who got the most coverage?
Bronny.
When Bronny scored his first point, who got the most coverage? Everything Bronny does was celebrated. It was celebrated. So we can't say because he gets criticism is that's all they do. Like you can't have your cake and eat it too. The people who normally get a lot of criticism when things don't go their way, they get a. I gave Patrick Mahomes 90% of the blame for the Super Bowl. 90%. It wasn't all his fault. But guess what? If he would have won, like Tomo was saying in the same segment, he would have got all the credit. So that's how it works in the sports media. So we have to be reasonable. We got to be sober-minded when people say stuff. We can't forget the past, have amnesia when people say stuff. When Stephen A said what he said, we can't forget the part that they had highlights on SportsCenter when he hit his first bucket. And we understand because it's history, it's LeBron, his dad, all that stuff. But that LeBron is dead, so he's going to get a lot of praise and get a lot of criticism. That's part of it. And we even said that, we said it all too well, that LeBron going to be criticized a lot. We said that. So
We knew that
Go
was
ahead,
coming.
Yep, I knew it was coming too.
I thought you was about to respond to that. I saw your facial expression.
Oh no, I thought it was another one. I ain't got the comment, so I thought it was something else coming up. But that was
But
well
shout out to
said.
you. But shout out to you, David Bron. Shout out to you though. Go to YouTube though if you could.
I mean, this is a great transition because his father played in the NBA too.
What?
He didn't know his son was gonna be like this though. That boy came out shooting left and right, bad shots. That's what they were saying at first. Bad ankles. It's also what they were saying. He got one Under Armour. He got super ankles. I'm just saying. He got super ankles, and it turned into what we talked about was almost the face of the league. And I read that comment, Joe. That was a good comment on that on the reel. I forgot they didn't make the playoffs at some point, so that kind of was when he had that moment. But folks come out and they're like, Shaq say, I know we talk about the big man a lot. I know we talk about MJ, we talk about Kobe, we talk about LeBron, but this guy did change the way we watch the NBA. You were saying that now we appreciate you too, man. Make sure you tune in from wherever you tune in. But like Joe said, if you got YouTube, convert on over. But
Come on over.
hey, like we about to try to convert some people here now as we talk about is Steph Curry, should he be in the GOAT conversation? This one here is interesting because we talking. Yeah, I know. Because some people asked me, and this you can go back and find the clip. I said the question was, could Steph Curry take that same 76ers team to the finals? And I stood up. You might have seen me back there where the monument was at in that clip. I said, nah, man, what are y'all talking about? He could not. But I had to sit back, think about it, look at the competition, look at the way that Steph Curry plays. He could have took them there. I don't think they would have won the finals. I think it would have been the same outcome, actually. It probably would have been the same outcome. Steph gets there. He probably dropped, just because I'm an AI fan, he probably dropped 45. They win the game. But outside of that, you can't take away from what this guy has brought to the actual game. And when you think of the GOAT, a lot of people say GOATs mean they actually changed the way we play basketball. They did something to affect the actual game today. Most people blame this guy because they say kids don't play basketball like they used to because all they want to do is shoot threes. What has Steph Curry been known for? His logo is looking like he's throwing up the three with the Under Armour deal. This guy right here, Steph Curry, is ranked first all-time NBA for three-point field goals made with 3,989. If he playing a game somewhere right now, we already know that number's still growing. It's just like that little McDonald's thing where they say serving 1 billion customers a day, and the number just keep rotating because that's how many threes this guy is going to put up. 4-time NBA champ. He got finals MVPs, 2 MVP. We can go down to accolades all day. But if you ask me, should he be in a GOAT conversation? I'm going to have to say yeah. I'm going to have to say yes. He changed the way we play basketball. He altered the way most people look at how they want to play with teams. He should have been the face of the league longer than what he was, but shout out to Joe again for throwing that out there. I think he's top 2 or top 3 in an all point guard list. If he not, he needs to be because, again, he's up there. I think Isaiah Thomas is number 1. But again, either way, I think, don't get me wrong. No, it's Magic. I'm sorry. It's Magic. My bad. He with the Commanders now. I had to slight him a little bit. He over there. Yeah. I had to it's Isaiah Thomas. All that Commander stuff you be talking about. But for me, I say, yeah, he's in the actual, he should be in the GOAT conversation. And he also beat LeBron a few times. I know some people going to say, well, one of them he had KD and it was the best team. But one of those times he didn't. I'm just saying, he beat LeBron without KD and he beat him with KD. He went up against a young Celtics team and found a way to get a ring too. Also, he also is going to be the reason why my Draymond comments may come back to hunt me. We going to see. Because if they don't, Draymond still sound crazy. But Steph Curry's on that team. I think he does belong in that GOAT conversation.
Go ahead, Dave.
I'm shocked you said that, Tomo. I really am. I'm surprised. Because I disagree. He does not deserve to be in the GOAT conversation. He doesn't. I'm sorry. No, he doesn't. Curry, don't get me wrong. He is the second greatest past Magic Johnson yet. I'm sorry. He hasn't even passed Magic yet. He's not the greatest in his own position. I can't put him in the GOAT conversation. He's not the greatest in his own position. I'm sorry. It's still Magic Johnson. How many titles, how many finals MVPs does he has? People want to argue and say he has 2 technically, but no, he doesn't. He has 1. He just got that one playing against Boston just a couple seasons ago. Remember, he was also on the same team that Kevin Durant came over and won 2 back-to-back finals MVPs on his team. He is not in the GOAT conversation. I'm sorry, Shaq, you do this too much. Every time someone has a great game or a great stretch of games, you'd like to put him in the GOAT conversation. Shaq, stop it. He is not in the GOAT conversation. He's not. It's only 2 people right now, and that's Jordan and LeBron. And some people don't even think LeBron even deserves to be in the conversation, but it's only between those 2. That's the only 2 that really deserve to be in the conversation right now is Jordan and LeBron. No one else has done anything in the league to say that they deserve to be that. Now, Curry does have the same amount of titles as LeBron James does. They both have 4 NBA championships. Don't get me wrong. But LeBron also has 4 finals MVPs. He also has 4 regular season MVPs. Bron has done what he needed to do. And Bron also just eclipsed 50,000 points. Bron has done a lot in this league to say that he deserves to be in the conversation. Curry has not. Now, he does have an undisputed NBA MVP, a unanimous one. We know he has that. But he don't even have more MVPs than LeBron has. So why is he going to be put in the GOAT conversation? No, he does. Great. And you're right. He changed the game. If we talking about people change the game, then yeah, he deserves to be in the conversation because he changed the game. But also, it wasn't just Steph Curry. It was the Warriors team. It was the philosophy that changed the game. It was Curry. Curry does deserve to say that he's the person. He's the reason why people are shooting threes a lot more. Because if you look at Trae Young came in the league and he pretty much people always compare him to Steph Curry when he was coming out of Oklahoma in college. So we see that.
Mm-hmm.
But to say that he's in a GOAT conversation, no, he's not. I'm sorry. And I think Steph is a great player still right now to this day. I still believe that he's top 5, top 10, top 5 player in the NBA. Some people have a different thing with that, but to still play the way that he's playing right now, he deserves to be in that conversation as top 5, top 10 player in the NBA. But GOAT, no, I'm not putting him there. I'm not putting him in that conversation. Definitely not against Jordan. He definitely not in the conversation. He not in the conversation. I'm sorry. Steph is a great, and he changed it. He changed the way he played as well because people only talked about him shooting. He beefed up a little bit as far as his muscle mass, and he started playing down low. He started creating shots down low, and even putting his back to the basket sometimes and having that fadeaway shot as a mid range. He's done a lot of those things. But to say that he's in the GOAT conversation, Shaq, come on. He's not in the GOAT conversation. I'm sorry. He's not.
Like you said, Dave, Shaq, man. Shaq to be saying stuff. But before I go on to my soliloquy, shout out to Stephen A, right? 100 million man. But Steph Curry is Kobe, then Steph Curry. I don't know if you know this. Kobe's my favorite player. Second is Steph Curry. I think I told y'all. I'm a Kings fan. Told you I rooted for Kobe in this stretch, and I rooted for Steph in this stretch. 2 favorite players. But I'm with Dave. No! Tom, let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Will you put Steph over Jordan? All right, come on, bro. Let's start over, all right?
Be serious. Be serious.
Let's be serious.
All right.
Once you got the answer in your head, I want you to answer, right? If you can.
All right.
Would you put Steph over Jordan?
Nah.
Would you put Steph over LeBron?
Nah, man.
Okay. Now let me ask somebody else. So Tomo, would you put Kareem over Jordan?
I think so. I would have to.
Would you put Kareem over LeBron?
Yeah.
So you see how you answered though? All right. Wilt Chamberlain, would you put Wilt over Jordan?
I ain't watch Wilt.
Okay. Here's my point, though.
I ain't watched Kareem neither,
reason
so I don't
why I
want
did
nobody to be like, man, how old is this guy? I ain't watching them, but I'm just saying I seen more highlights of Kareem than I did with
You are
Will.
right.
Yeah.
So the exercise didn't work, by the way. But anyways, so look, here's my point, though. I think there are only 5 people in the GOAT conversation. All right? Michael Jordan, obviously. Do I have to explain? We know, all right?
Space Jam. Go ahead.
LeBron James, obviously, right? Kareem, he got the most MVPs, and he has 6 rings. Bill Russell, he has 11 rings. Some people say Bill the GOAT, he got 11 rings. And Will, because he was just 100 points and 4 MVPs in a row. He averaged 50 a game, 50 a 25. So those are the only people that are in the conversation. Conversation is you have a chance to be the best player ever. Steph is not in that conversation. If any, first of all, Steph, you my guy. Love you, Steph. You my dog. Except for you dropped 50 on us in game 7. But outside of that, you my dog. But Steph, you ain't even the best point guard in history. I'm sorry. Magic is the best point guard. I say best. Best is different. Magic is the greatest point guard in NBA history. Magic has more MVPs, more NBA championships. He just have a better resume than Steph Curry right now. More finals MVPs. All that stuff. So, Steph, Draymond also, y'all, we didn't have the clip. Draymond also doubled down on what Shaq said and said, yeah, he should be in the conversation. He said, the way Steph is game plan, nobody has been game plan like Steph. Like the way you defense have the game plan for Steph, no one has to game plan. Basically the attention you have to give to Steph is the best ever. That don't make you the GOAT, though. I'm sorry. I get it. Steph is difficult to deal with because he can shoot. But what makes you the GOAT is what you accomplish in the NBA. It's not about skill. Tim Duncan ain't the most skilled guy. But guess what? He in the top 10. You know what I mean, right? There are a lot of guys. J.R. Smith, one of the most skilled guys I ever seen. He can do everything. My man on NBA Live, 2K, Live, the Duncan sign, the 3-point, he got all that stuff. But he an overall 75. Why? Because it ain't about your skill. It's about what you do with the skill. So Steph is not in the top 5. Steph is not in the GOAT conversation. Right now, I don't have Steph in my top 10. That's controversial. He's not in my top 10 right now. I think he needs to do a little bit more to get my top 10. But the conversation for me is Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Kareem, Bill, and Will.
Let me tell you something. All right. Let me tell you something.
I get where y'all going. And I like what y'all did. When y'all said, I like what you did, Joe. You set the table. You only have 5 people in your conversation. But sometimes you can invite a group out to dinner, man. It don't matter. We got chats with almost 60 people in them. You could be a part of the conversation. It's just about, can you prove that they need to be the GOAT? I don't think he is the GOAT, but I think he needs to be a part of the conversation. That's all I'm saying.
Who's the tallest person in the NBA? I say KD, bro. KD in the conversation, bro. KD tall, but he's not in the conversation for the tallest player, bro. Come on. We know for a fact he ain't the tallest player. We know that. Mm-hmm. It's no comment. It's no ifs, ands, or buts. If you say, what's the dude name with the most likable dude? He played for the Clippers. He played for the Mavericks. I think for the Clippers. I can't think of his name.
So let me ask you this though.
I don't know who you talking about either.
Bobo. Somebody might say Bobo. Now I gotta think about it. If I gotta think about it, you in the conversation. That's what I'm saying. When you say is Steph the greatest player ever, you ain't thinking about it. You no.
So let me ask you this, then we can move on to the next topic because that's gonna be controversial too. What does he have to do to be a part of the conversation for you all?
To be in the conversation as the GOAT, bro.
He got to start winning some more finals MVPs and some more MVPs. He got to accomplish more. Bro, he got to do more.
Yeah, bro.
And Steph ain't getting no younger.
Nah, he need 2 more rings with finals MVPs behind him. You can't be the GOAT with only 2 finals MVPs, bro. Sorry. That's Kobe not even for me.
He can't be
conversation.
He can't be it. He can't do it with 3 finals MVPs. It don't matter. He's still gonna be under. even if he does that, LeBron and Jordan still have more. They still have more. You got to do. He has to get to where LeBron is to be in the conversation. To me,
I mean, if he gets 6 rings and 2 more Finals MVPs and 2 more MVPs, that's a lot. And 2 more MVPs,
exactly.
he passed LeBron probably, bro.
Oh,
Like, I ain't gonna say pass, but he'll be in the conversation with LeBron.
yeah.
He'll have 2 more rings than LeBron. He'll also have. No, I ain't about to go there. If he get 2 more MVPs, he'll have the same amount as LeBron and 1 unanimous. And all of them was when LeBron was in the league.
That's all I'm saying, man. Who won
he gotta do a
unanimous
lot,
MVP
though.
when Jordan was playing?
Who won MVP?
Who won unanimous MVP while Jordan was playing?
I mean, Steph got the only one in history.
Come on now.
Hey.
He a part of the chat. He in the conversation. He got
There
a
you
quick
go,
chat.
there you go.
There you go. It water cooler conversation. There you go. All right. Find a happy medium. Man, I didn't know y'all boys was gonna do all that. That's crazy. I feel like I'm
Hey,
shy.
I think Steph awesome, but in the conversation, no. Sorry.
No, but J-Mo, like, it's possible, but it's highly unlikely. 2 more MVPs and 2 more Finals MVPs. Throw them in there.
I'm about to pull a Kendrick Perkins, man. Steph Curry is the worst person to play basketball. That's how I sound. But go ahead, Joe. You can finish. We're gonna roll over.
I will say this though.
Go ahead.
If Steph Curry gets another MVP and another Finals MVP, he might be top 5.
Find out on the next Dragon Ball Z.
Top 5, top 6. At least top 6. He gotta be.
Trophy star and stuff. He went from that in your top 10 to he do that to get top 5. Ooh.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Steph is in this weird situation. He's in a situation he could jump from 11 to all the way to 5 if he just have one great year.
He just won a gold medal. But
And
I'm
come
hold on. I'm trying to move
it.
I'm just saying stuff.
How
Man.
they played this year, I mean, it was a hard fought.
They needed him, but anyway, they did. KD did his thing too. From one TNT person to I guess TNT, which is inside the NBA, which is going up. They just had comments for days, and we all see what Chuck had to say about a certain channel that likes to talk about only a few sports things here and there. And then Kendrick Perkins also replied. I see we have the actual video up, so we're gonna run the video up, and then I'll read you what Kendrick Perkins had to say after that. He sleep. Oh, he's sleep.
I saw a fool idiot on TV
Oh,
talking
are
about
you
the
talking about
Lakers
me?
save the NBA.
Save the NBA.
Yeah. He's an idiot and a fool, but he know who he is. What's his name, Shaq?
Which one you talking about? There's a lot of
Kendrick
fools out
Perkins.
there. Oh,
He said the Lakers. First of all, the Lakers have had a great 2 weeks. He said the Lakers saved the NBA season. That's because them fools on the other network, which we're gonna be working for next year. That's all they talk about. Let me tell y'all something.
Tell me something.
And first of all, I want all the smoke. I don't whistle when I walk by the graveyard or anything like that.
I don't whistle when I walk by the graveyard.
right.
I like that.
Hey,
one.
man.
I'm stealing that one.
The Lakers are doing great. Got a long way to go. But the reason the season's been going great for the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Y'all just want to talk about the Warriors and the Lakers. They're both doing great. Don't get me wrong. If I turn out to be wrong, I got no problem with that. But y'all are idiots because y'all talk about the Lakers and the Warriors all the time. Y'all don't. The Cleveland Cavaliers have won 12 straight games. The Oklahoma City got the MVP and they are on fire. Y'all are talking about who's in second place. That's the reason I get pissed. Hey, the Lakers are doing great.
Shuck on place. Man, he was going up. Kendrick Perkins didn't like what he had to say. So I guess Charles Barkley doesn't have X account. So he put up and he said, hey, at NBA on TNT. I guess he wanted them to bring it up on the big screen like they did my boy Joe. They brought the tweets up. He said, might want to tell your senior citizen Charles Barkley that I'll be around because they all going to be co-workers next year. When you see an idiot or a fool in person, make sure to keep that same energy. He come playing with me if you want. Hey, man, you're not about to beat up Charles Barkley, man. Hold up. He come playing with me if you want to. And I'm going to address his beep like the number on the house. Okay, they both got some bars. That's that down south stuff right there. Whistle past a graveyard. That's something. That's different. Thought Shannon Sharp had some crazy stuff, but he said straight from the 409, homeboy. and we bar none and fade up. You not about to fight Charles Barkley, Kendrick Perkins, man. That's what I should have put with the Perk, because like with the Chuck, like y'all both tripping. Fellas, Dave.
Can I start this one out there?
Do you? He.
Go ahead.
Have y'all checked the TNT schedule? Who on there the most? The teams that get talked the most on ESPN. That's how it is. I complain every year we don't get national televised games. I get played every year. Charles Barkley, the same dude who didn't know who the Kings were. I actually put a GIF on Twitter, and they put it on TNT. I should have put that clip up. And I put the cat, like it was like a baby, like searching through like a book. And I said, "It's TNT crew trying to find out who the Kings are." And Charles Barkley laughed and said, "Ha ha, Joe Jordan." Shout out to y'all. Ha ha, Joe Jordan. You're right. Because all y'all show are the main teams. Y'all don't show. How many times y'all show? Ooh, let me think about the Hornets. I mean, nobody want to see the Hornets. That's a bad example. You know what? I ain't about to go there.
Actually, we taking you off the big screen for saying that.
Oh, yeah, especially
Hornets.
It's a rivalry going on with the Whispers.
Hornets.
But here's the thing though. One thing Stephen A always says, and he wants to talk about Stephen A obviously, is we talk about what the people want us to talk about. So if the trending topic is LeBron James mastered a triple double against Cleveland, that's what they're gonna talk about. That's what we're gonna talk about, right? It's how many times y'all I complain the Kings do something great, and then I watch all networks and nobody talk about us. I go in the chat like, bro, this is what I don't like about the media. It's because nobody want to hear about the Kings. I get it. Us, you go through our itinerary, a lot of Eagles topics. You know why? Because our chat is booming with Eagle topics. A lot of Commander topics, a lot of Cowboys topics, a lot of 49ers topics. We talk about the Wizards this year more than the Miami Heat and the Kings.
We did, though. That's crazy.
So you put your attention to where the crowd is, where the audience is. Why would I talk about how to sell? Why would I talk about igloos when I'm living in California? It makes no sense. Why would I do that? You want to apply, you want to adapt to your audience. So that's what networks do. They adapt to their audience. And they do talk about the Cavs. They do talk about Boston. They do talk about Milwaukee. They do talk about these teams. They just talk about the Lakers more because Luka just got traded there. Like, y'all realize Luka just got, like, the Lakers are legit must-watch TV. Like, when I watch the Lakers, they are fun to watch. I'm not going to lie. Like, that game last night, the Knicks and the Lakers, that game was lit. So I understand that. So when Kendrick Perkins says save the NBA, it's because people want – that's why they say when the Cowboys are good, the NFL is at its all-time best. When the Knicks and the Lakers are good, the NBA is at its all-time best. But when they're not, it's not. Because those are the marquee franchises. So, sorry, Tomo, but it's just the facts.
Joe, I wasn't expecting you to take that angle, but I agree with you. It's the same thing. It's exact. Look, y'all. It's the Lakers. You don't think they're not going to talk about the Lakers, especially when they got Luka and LeBron James? Like, come on, man. That's exactly what it's going to be. The Lakers, Showtime Lakers. You got to think about Kareem, Magic, Shaq, Kobe. Like, come on. These are marquee names. This is a marquee franchise. What do people talk about all the time? Big market teams. That's the Lakers. They're a big market team. Knicks, big market team. Celtics, championship level team, big market. They always talk about the Celtics. Come on. That's what they're going to talk about. Now, this is where I will agree with Chuck. They do need to talk about OKC and the Cavs more. They need to, because OKC is top 5 in all ratings right now. Offensive rating, defensive rating, they're top 5 in that right now.
So they need to be talked about. You got SGA, who was in the MVP conversation last year, and now he's pretty much unanimous MVP right now. He has the most points in the NBA and the most points through the third quarter than anyone else. If you pull up his stats, he has the 1 and 2 is 1 his points, and 2 is his points through the third quarter. So SGA is balling. And SGA also, if you take out free throws, because I know a lot of people say this about SGA, if you take out free throws for everybody, he would still lead the NBA in points. So even without free throws, he's still balling. OKC has some great defenders on there with Lou Dort, Kassan Wallace, J-Dub. They got some great defenders over there. And the Cavs, remember how they were. Look at how great they played. They're on a 12-game win streak. So, yes, these teams need to be talked about more. But what is the media? What do the fans want to see? They want to see the Lakers. They want to see the Knicks. Those, if you pulled up a map and you look at each state, what team are they paying most attention to? I guarantee you the Lakers is going to be over there more than anybody else. So what ESPN going to do? Are they going to cater to the audience, or are they going to cater to what they want to talk about? It's ESPN. It's ESPN and Disney. They're going to talk about what everybody want to see. The Lakers are winning, so that's why the NBA is pretty much being saved, because the ratings were horrendously low to start the season. And why the ratings going up now? Because LeBron James and Luka Doncic are on the Lakers and they are winning. Because Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler, Draymond Green are winning. The Warriors are 10-1 since Jimmy Butler got there. Well, 10-2 to be exact, but in games that he's played, 10-1. So that's what they're going to talk about. The Knicks, even though they are 0-9 against the top 4 teams in the NBA, it's the Knicks. The Knicks is a top 3 team in the East, so they're gonna be talked about. So this is what, like we said with LeBron James, this is what comes to the territory. They want to see and hear us talk about these teams because that's where the most traction goes. That's what most people want to see. Most people, the NBA is great, like Joe said, when the Knicks and the Lakers are doing well. The NFL is great when the Cowboys are doing well. Baseball is great when the Yankees are doing well. That's just what it is. It's whether you like it or not, that's what they want to see.
Hold on. Because Ty wanted to be funny. The NFL ain't been good in a long time. The Cowboys been good in the regular season, Ty. And the playoffs go through the roof. So all I'm saying is the Cowboys are going to be good or bad. They're going to find a way to make the media topics. So like Joe was saying, when the Sacramento Kings go for 50 or something crazy happens that night, don't let Dak Prescott or Michael Parsons say something crazy because you already know where the media going to go that morning. Dak say, hey, man, you see an eagle, pour honey on me, and you already know what's going to happen. They ain't even worried about what nothing happened in the NBA at that point. They're going to just run with that quote. So you already know that's just what's going to happen. And Chuck, I hate to tell you that, but that's what you're going to have to talk about when you go to ESPN. You do know that. You called them all idiots and the only 2 teams they talk about, but you going to have to talk about them 2 teams because like you said, and J-Mo pointed it out too, y'all don't pay attention to the bad teams. So when these bad teams actually do get good, you got to read Joe tweets live on air and say, you know what, Joe, you're right, because you are not paying attention to every team. You're only paying attention to the 2 teams that to 2 to 4 games. I think they do 3 games. The 3 games and those teams that they talk about that night, those are who you're focused on. What does that make you? Look like the pot calling the kettle, because I think on Kendrick Perkins and them, when he said that, I was like, Kendrick, right. The Lakers did save the NBA because nobody was watching. Luka and them, that trade made everybody start watching the NBA again because it's like, wait, Luka and LeBron? Let me tap in. And now you start seeing the Lakers actually look like a good team. You're like, wait. Okay, let me watch some more games. And the game last night definitely was good. But again, Chuck, y'all gonna be teammates over at ESPN. Kendrick, you not about to fight Chuck for his words, man. It's not. It's good. The tweet is hilarious, but it's not that deep, bro. It's not that deep. I promise you that. And Stephen A said it on first. He said he called everybody that. He gonna say it a million times. He said out of all the people on air, the one person he couldn't stand the most don't got a job no more. He doing his own personal podcast. So it is what it is. But the two Southern slangs and the quotes that y'all came up with, I'm definitely writing them down because those are good. I can't wait to see Chuck, Perkins, and Shannon Sharp all get together and talk about LeBron. Now that's gonna be good. But other than that, man, it's not really no beef. A little sirloin, maybe. I mean, like a little 3-ounce sirloin or something, but it ain't really no beef. We good.
Yeah. And then we go. Stephen A said that he don't pick the topics. So he just gotta Ernie shows up and say this is a rundown. You know what I mean? To Charles Barkley. You know, so it's not like he, you know, so yeah, we all on the same page.
Stephen A also said we don't want to talk about the Cowboys. Like now I got you. Now I got you. Talking about we don't want to. Yes, you do.
How dare
you got a whole opening monologue. You every Sunday you got something going on.
Bring Michael Irvin back.
Nah, yeah, I don't think
Bring
that's
him
happening.
back,
He don't speak now. He don't speak now.
When y'all win, oh my gosh.
Oh, he would have had a field day this season. The ratings would have went through the roof this season because they was bad. They was bad. Oh, and Shady's words. Bad. Now let's talk about one of these segments because we told y'all we got segments on this show as well. This is one of the most controversial segments on the show. I think we're gonna be good today. I don't know yet. But Joe, the not so average top 5.
I know somebody's gonna be upset today.
Take it away.
Let's get it. It's been a while, man. I miss y'all. Not your average top 5. Let's get right to it, Tomo. Not your average top 5 NBA MVPs right now. Number 5. Anybody got me? Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis, second leading scorer, averaging 30.8 per game, while shooting 60% from the field, y'all. The next top scorer that's shooting better than him is Jared Allen, and he's 113 best scorer. Think about that. He's shooting 60% as the second leading scorer, and the person that's shooting better than him 5% wise is Jared Allen, and he's the 113 best scorer. That's crazy. Right? So, and he's also a fifth rebound by averaging 12.1 rebounds a game. So that's why he's number 5, because his numbers is just awesome. So Giannis number 5. Number 4. Don't get bit by this. Oh, you might got me? Don't get bit by this. Spider's number 4. Donovan Mitchell, best record. The reason why he's number 4 is because he got the best record in the league. They're 50. Tomo and Dave, did y'all know they're 52-10? I saw one of J-Mo comments. He said the Cavaliers just came over a 15-game win streak, took an L, and now they're on a 12-game win streak. Do y'all think they can win 20 more?
They're the only team in the NBA with 3 different 10-game plus win streaks.
Do y'all think they can win 20 more in a row?
In a row?
Could that be 72-10? That's 72-10. I don't think he'll do it though. But I'm just saying, that's how good the team is. And he is only averaging 24, 4 and 4. But you gotta realize he's averaging a career low in minutes per game. He's averaging 31 minutes per game, which is the lowest out of the top 30 scorers. But when he shows up against teams like Boston, he's averaging 35 against Boston. So when he plays these good teams, he definitely shows up. But I gotta reward winning because they are dominating these. Right? They are 50. He only got 10 losses. So I got to reward him. That's why he's number 4. Number 3. Shout out to my boy Teddy. Shout out to Jovan. He's only 19, kid. He's only 19. Jason Tatum. 5th in scoring, averaging 26.9 points per game. Averaging 8.8 rebounds per game. 3rd amongst all 4s in the league, by the way, with rebounds. And they had the 3rd best record in the NBA, clearing number 4 by 5 games. So, they got a big separation by number 4. So, Tatum, by default, every year is 3rd in MVP ballot. So, go next. Number 2. Nikola Jokic. Jokic is having an amazing season, y'all. I don't know if y'all know this. I know Dave does. He's Shams over there. I will say the other word, but you think I'm talking about beavers. He's third in points per game, averaging 28.8 points per game. So look, he's third in points per game, y'all, averaging 28.8. He's third in rebounds per game, averaging 12.8. He's second in assists per game, averaging 10.4. Hold on. That's a triple-double. That's a triple-double. He's averaging a triple-double, 28, 12, and 10. He's averaging a triple-double. He has the most triple-doubles in the NBA, 28 triple-doubles out of 56 games. So half his games, he had a triple-double. That's crazy. The reason why he's not number one is because he's the third seed. That's why. But not just that. Even if he was a second seed, he's 11 games behind the first seed, which is number one. SGA. SGA number one, y'all. I mean, I say number one last year. I get why I get a Jokic was a little tight race in the standings, but SGA number one this year. They mentioned some of the stats earlier. Lead a scorer averaging 32.8 per game. SGA will still be leading the league in scoring if he set out all the 4 quarters in the game. You know what I'm talking about? If he set out all 4 quarters this season, he's still the leading scorer. Let that marinate a little bit. That's crazy. All right? Only 2 guards in the top 50 in scoring are shooting 50% or more. Only 2 in the top 50. SGA and Zach LaVine. Shout out to the Kings. Zach LaVine is shooting exactly 50%. SGA 52%. That's amazing. Not only is the leading scorer in the league as a guard, he's shooting 52%, and only one other guard in the top 50 scorers are doing it. That's crazy. The third highest free throw percentage in the NBA behind Steph Curry and Dame Lillard. He's also second in total steals not per game. He's second in total steals in the NBA. And because I thought Jokic was going to win this, he got the highest plus minus. So he's literally the best player in the NBA right now, right as far as like plus minus and all that stuff. When he's on the floor, his team is better. So, and then last but not least, the man is 51-11. He's clearing number 2 by 10.5 games. What? Number 2, the Lakers are behind the OKC Thunder by 10.5 games. SGA can go on vacation right now if he really wanted to. And they will still be in the same position. He can literally go on vacation. Go anywhere you want. Go back to Canada and chill with Drake or something like that. You know, you got a shoe on your face on that stuff. But do what you want to do. So that's your not so average top 5.
What you mean by the shoe on the face?
You ain't see him sending Drake a shoe? He sent him his new shoes. You ain't see that?
Nah, I gotta see that.
And Drake got a picture put on his face. You ain't see that?
Last time I seen something about Canada, I was watching the Netflix thing, and then they was getting put out the Olympics. So that's all I'm saying. Wop. That mess them up. But go ahead, Dave. I think you was about to say something.
I'm gonna put it back up. Go ahead.
I'm shocked that. Well, I'm not shocked, but I know some people are gonna be shocked that you don't have a certain person on this list.
Okay.
And I think you know where I'm going.
I don't. Okay.
There you go.
On point.
That's where I'm going. I think people are going to be shocked that you don't have LeBron up there because LeBron now has the Lakers in the number 2 spot, and I understand why he ain't up there. But I mean, Joe, why not LeBron?
I like that, Dave. I like that question. I thought hard and long about this. Ask my boy J-Mo. We talked about it last night. I was like, man, I'm thinking about putting LeBron in there. But LeBron is averaging 24 points a game, and he's not even the best player on his team. Sorry. Like, Luka got there, and they jumped to the second seed. They were the 5th seed when Luka got there. So when Luka's there, they go to the second seed, and Giannis is out. So look, if you would have asked me, if I had to pick 2 people who's an MVP, LeBron or Giannis, I'm picking Giannis. Giannis is the second leading scorer. He's also 5th in rebounding. They are the 4th seed, but the records are I think he's 3.5 games behind LeBron James. But he's not playing with a Luka Doncic. He's the best player on his team. He's playing with a Dame Lillard. Sorry, Dame, I ain't trying to dish you, but he's the best player on his team. So that's why. But I ain't gonna lie, Dave. It is close though. I do have LeBron at 6 because I mean they are the number 2 seed. And he is balling, even though he's not the best team, he's still putting up 30, 28, 27 with Luka there. So, but that's my reasoning. But if somebody would have want to put LeBron at 5, I wouldn't really push back too much. But my 5, give me the Greek Freak.
I'm gonna say you saw my list earlier. I think Dame might be looking for you. You got a video, and you just said he.
Come on.
I'm just saying. At least y'all got one-on-ones. I might get jumped. That's all I'm saying. I might got a Nassau average top 5 who gonna pull up on Tomo.
No, I got another one too. Joe ain't mentioned it, but Cole McKivitz, I talk bad about him.
He said last episode. Don't get me started.
Look.
This way.
I ain't got. I hope I don't got no enemies. You know.
Nah, you shouldn't. It's just that everybody's sensitive in this era. But I'm not mad at this list though. I was with the LeBron James. Dave asked the question. I was gonna say, why would you not put him up there? But you are right. When AD was there, they were fighting for scraps. And now when Luka show up, they're the most entertaining team in basketball. So that kind of answers it.
And the offense runs through Luka. Like Luka usage rate is super high on that team. It runs through Luka.
Cleveland is hooping this year.
Yeah, so some people think LeBron should be above Donovan Mitchell, but they're winning so much at a high clip, and he shows up against the good teams, except for the OKC Thunder, by the way. But he shows up against the good teams.
Can't say the same thing about the Knicks.
Well, Bronson did.
What's your argument?
Oh, I see you saying. Dang.
What's your argument for Tatum? Like, I'm honestly surprised you got him at 3. That's probably the only thing I'm surprised about.
Tatum is like default every year. Like the Celtics got 45 wins. You know what I mean? They're the 3rd best team in the NBA right now.
I like that.
And okay. That's tough because
Kate at 7?
Because they like the 6th seed.
Right now they're the 6th seed, yeah.
I guess, you know what I mean? I'm not mad at that. That's a 6th seed. I'm not mad at that. But Tatum, though, like this is how I look at it, Dave. Okay, who's MVP? SGA. Okay, take SGA out. Who's MVP? Jokic. Okay, take Jokic out. Who's MVP? Tatum. You take the Thunder out the league. You take Jokic out the league. Who the MVP?
It's between him and Mitchell, right?
Between him, like Mitchell, they got the best record. You might could throw Giannis, you might could throw LeBron in there, but I'm picking Tatum. Tatum is averaging 26. He's averaging 8.8 rebounds. And they got 45 wins. You take Tatum out with an MVP. I'm gonna give it to the Cleveland. You take OKC out. You take Boston out. Cleveland clearing everybody, and you take Nuggets out. Cleveland clearing everybody by almost 11 games. 11 games. So I gotta give it to Donovan Mitchell. That's how I look at it. As I eliminate these guys, who I'm giving the MVP. And
so why not have Mitchell over Tatum?
Because Mitchell, the reason why, because Tatum is doing more than Mitchell, and like that's a tough question, bro. That's a good question.
Good one, Dave. Good one, Dave.
That was my question when I saw this. When I first saw this, I was like, why not have Mitchell over Tatum? I never said he not.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he not averaging. He only averaging 24, like you said, and Tatum averaging more points, but still, I mean,
the reason why. Here's the reason why. I reward winning, but not too much. Like he's averaging 24 points, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds. So there's so much I can give you credit for winning. For example, the Atlanta Hawks, when they were the number 1 team in the East, I don't think I had none of them dudes in my MVP ballot because nobody was standing out. Donovan Mitchell at least got 24, 4, and 4, but I can't put him above Tatum, who's 2nd in the East and who's doing a lot more than him. See, if LeBron was averaging 26 or LeBron averaging 25, I'm gonna say like he averaging 1 more point than Donovan Mitchell. If he's averaging if he's doing what Tatum was doing, like 26, 27, I might put LeBron a little bit higher. I probably won't because LeBron got 40 wins. He's 10 games behind Donovan Mitchell. But if LeBron had 5 more wins, I probably had LeBron higher. But I can't reward winning that much. But I felt like I had to put Donovan Mitchell in my top 5 because they are the number 1 seed.
Okay,
that's a good question.
That's just a question that I thought about. I'm not mad at your list at all. I think you have a good list.
No,
I like the
I
order.
appreciate these questions. Like that was a good question. Wasn't expecting that one either, by the way.
And Dame averaging 25. I'm just saying that for when he sees this video.
Hey, Dame, I think you nice. Look, I defended you last episode when they said you had playoff failures. I came in for your rescue.
He know that is why he left Portland.
David, sorry.
All right, let me stop for
these last words. Yeah.
I mean, last word, we gotta lock him in.
Oh, lock him in.
You ready to go home? We ready to go home? We gotta lock him in first.
Oh, 8:29. Okay.
Yeah, nah, we gonna lock him in, then we go home. We're just gonna be quick because these are our opinions. Again, this is a recurring segment that we do here where we find games, and it's any sport. Just letting y'all know. I'm gonna shock y'all next week. Which I find out about some table tennis. But anyway,
it's gonna be back-to-back weeks for me that I did something different.
Man, but
I messed up last week. I picked my team on the.
I should have said back-to-back shows because that was Tuesday when I had picked that hockey jump for the Capitals.
The team I picked the Lakers -9 against the Pelicans. It was literally that night. They got it though. If you ain't put the bet in, they got it though.
So what we do here is we give you all who we think we will win. We do it based upon money line or the spread, but you can add these to your parlays, or you can just take out 3 bets and put it in a parlay and then come back and say, hey, I want to become a member because I hit on that parlay. So make sure y'all do that. But again, before we tell you what these picks are, we want to let you all know that these are our opinions. Mm-hmm. So if you were watching on Tuesday and I told you, if your lady kicked you out because you didn't buy her lunch because you put this bet in and you try to come back and blame us. These were our opinions. Our opinions. Okay? Don't say refuse to lose, help you lose your lady. We told you these were our opinions, all right? Joe, who you got?
All right. So I picked -9 Lakers yesterday, Tuesday. I mean, you asked a question about Tatum, right? I'm going -6 Celtics over Lakers.
He really like that.
And I want to quickly because the Lakers, when they go against opponents, they can't make no threes. I don't think ain't happening. And teams get open threes. They just missing. That ain't happening with the Celtics, in my opinion. At home, knowing the road the Lakers on, give me the Celtics -6. It's gonna be their first loss in a while.
Sound like the rivalry back.
Lakers might do something different. I don't know. Mine. I'm going soccer. Liverpool -106 versus Southampton. I'm going with Liverpool on that -106.
Go. And you only hear me say this on here. Shout out to MSU. They won the Big Ten regular season and got called some more Chipotle. Yay. But in this one, I'm going Terps -10.5 versus Northwestern to close this regular season out. Terps, I promise you, just win the Big Ten tournament. I need some type of bragging rights at this point. This man keep eating bowls, man. Yo, he bowled up. But yeah, I'm going with the Terps -10.5 versus.
Well, Maryland got a chance.
When I'm winning, Carl always got a burp, you know.
Let's get to these last words.
Maryland got a chance.
They do. The ladies got knocked out today, man.
Oh, Carl here.
He probably put the bowl down just to comment.
He was like,
he said, yeah, I was cool up until then. You're not winning.
Hey, Carl, be on point, man.
I've been watching the whole show.
Hey, Carl, be on point, bro. Shout out to Carl. All right, man. My last words. Great episode, man. It's Friday. Probably got no job. And that's probably why you tune into us. We appreciate you. All right. Shout out to the whole network. Shout out to the whole R2L family. The chats were lit today. So make sure y'all become a member. Tom will get the shout outs later, but make sure y'all become a member. Shout out to my Sacramento Kings. Make sure y'all show my boy Fox love tonight, man. I know Fox been tripping and wild in the media, kind of like dissing the Kings organization. But I feel him though. They fired Mike Brown, and then you don't do a press conference. So everybody assumes De'Aaron Fox is the reason because it's fresh over the Detroit Pistons loss when De'Aaron Fox got fouled Jaden Ivey on the 3-point shot, and it turned into an and one shot, and then he actually made a free throw to win the game. And then Mike Brown kills him in the press conference. He gets fired. So we all going to assume it was Fox. So I understand why Fox is so listen, y'all. This shit my boy Love, man. Swiper, no swiper. All right. Commanders. What my man at? I still got it. Magic Johnson, man. Adam Peters. You got the magic tech. You doing that secret stuff from Space Jam or something because you about to go to work. I can feel it. You got Bobby Wags. Shout out to my boy Bobby Wags. Re-signed it. He said unfinished business. I love to hear that. From a Super Bowl champion, by the way. We also got Debo. They know about that. Shout out to you, Dave. You know, but we got a lot of work to do. We just got rid of Jonathan Allen. We appreciate your services, but we now got 90 mil. Well, you take away Debo's contract, but
95
and Bobby Wagner's 95. Yeah, but you take away Bobby Wagner's and Debo's, it's like 80. You know, 80. No, that's less than that. 70 million. I'll take that. 70 million cap space. Let's go to work. That's all I got for y'all. Oh yeah, shout out to my boy Lambo Anlo in the intro. Refuse to lose. And shout out to my brother Ed Han for the logo. Oh, all right. I did it last week. I'm tripping. Once again, happy anniversary to my wife. All right? Just in case you didn't watch the last episode. 10 years anniversary. Let's get it.
For me, shout out to everybody that watches. Shout out to everybody that's in the chats, all of the Arto family. Shout out to the R12 people, the guys that are doing the shows. So Vaughn, you know, Coach, Carl,
shout out to Coach,
Tomo, Ty, Ricky, Teddy, AJ, and then the three of us here right now. So appreciate this network, man. And San Francisco. I haven't really addressed y'all for real. But I'm not liking some of the things I'm hearing right now. I'm not. So let's address some of these things. I like the fact that we're talking to, you know, Jonathan Allen and we're talking to Joey Bosa, but we got some other things that we need to take care of, like Brock Purdy's contract. So let's take care of that. I was expecting to hear some drama from 49ers anyway. And then I'm also hearing that Dre Greenlaw wants $12 million a year. San Francisco, give him the contract. Don't let him go nowhere. So we need to do something about that. So and Tanalo Hufunga also might be gone.
That's a frequency.
Come on. Let's do something about that. You know, we supposed to be
too, right?
Who?
Lenore?
No. He got a contract last year. So
hey Dave, I think we're trying to get you Hufunga. How you know right now?
John Lynch, don't piss me off. Don't piss me off. That's all I gotta say. And Dino, I hear you. I know y'all just won a championship, but remember what we did last time we played y'all.
Hey Blaze, that might be a topic on Tuesday, so tune in. It would have been today, but it was too much drama going on today.
What? Has San Fran missed their window?
Yeah.
Wow, what a time we in. This is crazy. This is crazy.
Y'all really think about that, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we got to make this a topic. Y'all really think they missed their window?
We can make a topic Tuesday.
Yeah, let's do that. That's
you know, look, before you go talk about, do y'all know Monday is the legal day to the make
they've been tampering. Oh, yeah, they've been tampering. The tampering is it. And we know what your boy like to do. He like to sit in driveways before they can go sign people. I know what y'all up to.
We're gonna put a Chris Paul on some people. Talking about like you gonna have to stay here until you sign until the day comes. Remember DeAndre Jordan? He made a verbal commitment to go to the Mavs. Chris Paul said, "Nah, you sit in my crib, and then when this 12 p.m. day come, you gonna sign his contract. That's what we gonna do."
It's that one. Okay, hey Blaze, I'm talking about Joe. I know you already put the comment, so I'm talking about more so Joe. He missed his window. Okay, but my last words again. Shout out to our superstar member.
I'm back.
You saying the 49ers missed their window?
Hey Blaze, we already did. It's only one more spot to take. What you talking about?
Oh yeah. You want to talk big and bad now? You talking about you now? Yeah, go ahead, get the typing.
I
Go ahead,
mean-
get the typing. You thought
I
Joe
mean,
was on your side. Now you
If
talking
that's
about
what you
y'all.
believe, sounds
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, it
I
was all
ain't
fun and
playing.
games
Come
when it
on
was
now. I'm
Cowboys and
serious.
49ers. Yeah. But
Mhm.
shout out to our superstar members, man. Shout out to Worm, Joe, Dave, myself, Cardo, Teddy, Coach, Javon. Oh, I thought I said Javon, Lamar, Giovanni, Chris, Decorius, Mike, Taniqua, and Tone. Shout out to all our superstar members. My last words is I can't wait till Tuesday now. I really want to see what Joe got to say about this one. Because
Me too.
really, I know we gotta get out of here, so I'm gonna keep it short and simple. You talking about a team that was just in the Super Bowl a year ago? Gonna say they missed their window. I'm just saying, I don't know.
We ain't gotta do it because I don't think they missing window. I feel like y'all agree, so I don't think they missing window.
Oh, okay.
We can take it to the matter of fact, we can take it to the chat. Let's take it to the chat. And if it get more hectic, then we're gonna bring it back to air. But yeah, shout out to everybody that's been watching.
I'm pretty sure Blaze is gonna be one of the main ones, and they're like, yeah, I think they missed it. So
if the 49ers were in the same situation the Cowboys was in, I might say they missed the window. There's too many questions there. I don't think they got as many questions as us.
they got some questions for me though. I know that. They got some questions.
Yeah,
for
you
me.
a fan, so I'm just talking about from the outside looking in. I wouldn't say you missed it.
Okay, I hear you, Blaze.
Listen, it depends on the free agency though.
Yeah,
Y'all got a
definitely
lot,
depends.
and you got everybody on the table. Yeah, everybody on the table. I heard, and y'all. Before you get off, it's gonna be a little. It's probably
We
a
done
little
turned this
video
into a
day.
segment. Go ahead.
It's gonna be a little day, a little video for day.
A little Dave. Go ahead.
Do you think that y'all are low? You think that Brock Purdy is being lowballed with the $45 million offer when you got guys like Tua, Trevor Lawrence, all them guys making 50 plus?
So I got two stances on this. I'm gonna say yes and no. Yes, because of what you mentioned. Because Trevor Lawrence should not be making more money than Brock Purdy. There are quarterbacks that should not be making more money than Brock Purdy because of what he's done. But I'm going to say no because I don't think, for me, $45 million is like Lamar Jackson, kind of like going up in those talks of those kind of quarterbacks. I don't think he's there, honestly. I think he's made a difference with this team, but $45 million a year, I think that's good enough to, especially because of what we're trying to do with this team. I think that's enough to offer him. But I understand his can't you got Trevor Lawrence making more money than him. So so I understand it.
Yeah, Dak Prescott making more money than. That's it right there. If I'm the agent, I'm like Dak making more than him. And you know what y'all say about Dak.
And that too.
What we gonna do?
And that too.
See, I'm pretty sure Brock is okay with it. But his agent,
the agent's like,
makes him look bad.
Yeah.
Think about it. You gonna hire him if your agent your client went to Super Bowl and he get paid $45 million? I ain't hiring that agent. I'm sorry, bro.
Also think about this. He won one bad hit away from probably 2 Super Bowls. That's all I'm saying. That's why I'm like, bro, if you got Dak making more,
he's an offensive protection away from winning the Super Bowl. If they didn't let Chris Jones run through that line, he throws that touchdown to Brandon Ayuk, and that's it.
He did his part, right?
Joe Burrow somewhere right now, like I know his pain.
Other than Jawan Jennings, he played the best football than anyone else in that game.
Jawan Jennings was cracking out. Yeah, he was. All right, y'all.
That's good. We had a little mini segment. I like that.
Yeah, there we go. All right, y'all. Make sure y'all check us in the chats. If you're not in the chats, become a member like Tomo said. But that's all we have for y'all today. Have a good weekend, and we'll see y'all Tuesday on a busy Tuesday to a lot of NFL, the next episode.
And we'll see you tomorrow, 12 noon for Dave Doghouse.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.